Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
We also released Nirja on the 19th, so I said, chalo, isko bhi 19 ko release karenge. Also, the other thing that you need is a certain amount of meditation. To say, oh, that's basically what you need to do. No, we've been at it now with Hotstar, we've been discussing it for a couple of years. Normally what happens is that there is some excitement and there is some built up and all of that happens, but the lockdown in the last 3 months, and what happened was we finished shooting, thankfully, literally a week before lockdown. The editing, the dubbing and all of this has happened during lockdown, and we just wanted to make sure that before we started putting it out there, we were able to commit to a date. But the honest truth is that I'm yet doing music. We are yet, finishing some of the VFX. So all that is yet going on. It's fully, and it's all happening with my team with, exactly like this. There are lags, there are, the technology problems, Wi-Fi problems. So just getting the whole show out has been, but we've committed to a date now and we will make it happen and we'll make it work. And everybody's been pushing this mountain. We met Sushmita and she has the power to say yes or no. I don't have the power. I met her, I told her about it. I'd worked with her before many years ago. And when I met her, I told her my system, I told her the process, I told her how I work. I told her how I made Nirja. She had seen Nirja and was thankfully a believer. And she was like an enthusiastic child, I must say. Sushmita just said, yes, I'm doing this. This is what I've been waiting for. In some ways, she's a true star, first of all, because one of my definitions of what a star is when you enter a room, does the energy change? And when Sushmita enters a room, the energy changes, right? Yeah. With Chandrachur, he was in Dehradun. We had to woo him a bit. Chandrachur and Sushmita were meant to work on certain other films many years ago. And so it all happened. But I'm so happy that Chandrachur said yes, because you're right, we have such an investment in him and Sushmita both, and in our hearts and in our in our memories, that we want these people to be there. It's a tragedy it's a family crime drama, and it's a tragedy. At the same time, it's a thriller. And it's a whodunit, but at the same time, I'm not interested in the whodunit. So no, I didn't have to compromise that. Once I knew this is my cultural context, and once I knew how to culturally piggyback it, I didn't have to. There was nothing that I had to do. But I just had to once I knew the world, it's easy. If we don't adapt, we're going to die. If we don't change, we're going to die. If we're not going to be nimble, we're going to die. If we're not going to be embracing technology, we're going to die. And also, I am very process driven. I'm very systematic. So how to go about it, I laid systems out. I also made sure that people got breaks, so that sometimes on long sessions, we'd have a break every 1 hour. People would have, because we were discussing the edit sometimes for 15, 16 hours. And so there were 8 of us, because we have 6 editors, we have 3 directors, we have a co-creator, we have the writers. So everybody is on like Zoom calls. Learning these skills takes time, and I do have a great team of people who a lot of them are also very strong women who are there to protect me. My wife, Amita, who's my co-producer. I have my executive producer, who's Riya, who's also the person handling post. I have my editors. One of them is Khushbu. Khushbu is a mother who also has a child who's, 4 years old. My dubbing person is Shraddha, who has a child. Then I have Priyanka, who's our associate director and mixing person. So I have all these women, and they're like juggling better than any man could. They're just the world's best people, because they protect me and they are there to make sure that they move the mountain. So it's they actually who do most of this. the biggest problem with what we're going through just now is that it's indefinite. At the same time, I think that we are privileged, right? We have food on the table. I'm blessed because there's food on the table. I'm blessed because I'm at home. I'm blessed because I don't have to be somebody who's, traveling in the way that we have seen, just the humanity, sort of migration of that. So I think that we are truly blessed, no question about it.